This is Solo P1. Welcome to the player ratings and live reaction, really, between West Ham and Liverpool. And today, Liverpool got another win. And I'm so happy. And I'm going to bring you Toto Hammer. Toto Hammer. Are you there, Toto? Hammer. There you go. Basically, because you know me, I like to look at the table. A few weeks ago, I was a bit skeptical about Liverpool getting top four. I thought maybe this, but now I'm beginning to the lights beginning to open because when we was playing West Ham today, I was looking at the Brighton game, and I was looking at the Brighton game, and I was looking at the Aston Villa game. Now the Aston Villa game, Aston Villa won 1-0 against Fulham. They grinded out a result, but I was also looking, at the Brighton game, and Brighton lost 3-1 against Nottingham Forest, and that made me happy. Did it make you happy, Toto?
Yeah, man. It did make me happy because Brighton team, they have got a good team. At the end of the day, Nottingham Forest is fighting to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And as you all know, if you get relegated, you get to the Championship. And
We know that.
Nottingham Forest needed the win. And I think Nottingham Forest is more hungry than Brighton. And personally, I think Brighton's got the better quality. But like I said, Nottingham Forest is fighting to stay in the Premier League, and that's why they play better.
I watch Talk. Do you ever watch Talk Sport? I like watching Talk Sport.
Yeah, I do a bit sometimes.
And today I was listening to Talk Sport today when I was out. I was listening to it in the car, and I was listening to it on my phone. And all I was saying all day when I was talking about the Nottingham Forest game, Brighton's going to win this one. Brighton's in form. Brighton's definitely going to win this one. And I was thinking, this is football. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Nottingham Forest are fighting. Nottingham Forest are fighting for their life as well to stay in the league, like you just said. And a team like that is always dangerous. And this is why I wasn't worried about West Ham, but I was thought, you know what? I thought we'd get a result out of West Ham. I don't care if West Ham has been on this great run. We're on a little run as well, and all our players are back. Not all, most of them are back. Jota's back. Diaz is getting fitter. Nunes went on today, but we don't need Nunes, not at the moment. Playing that false nine, we've got Gakpo in the middle, which I agree. Gakpo was brilliant today, by the way. Gakpo was. I wouldn't have took off Gakpo, by the way. That's just me. So, Toto, what do you think of the overall game before we start getting into the player ratings? What do you think of the overall game?
The game, I think most of the players don't deserve a rating under 5 today, man. Because we played.
Don't like that.
We played good. We played good today, man. And I think our midfield looks a bit shaky in the final third. I think our midfield looks a bit shaky in the first half as well. And second half it improved a little bit, but you can see that West Ham was trying to do us on the counter attack. They could have done us on the counter attack, but thanks to Van Dijk, where he stopped, I think, Jared Bowen from scoring that equaliser. So I think our defence did all right. Matic did brilliantly. Van Dijk did okay. Robertson and Arnold played masterclass again. Robertson, I think, was only good in our set pieces, the corners, and the free kicks. And Fabinho, I think he played all right defensively. He played terrible in the first half, but second half he played all right. Henderson, I think his legs are gone at this point, but I still think he did an average performance. Who was the other one? Curtis Jones, I think he played all right today. He made a couple good passes in the final third, a couple good flicks like he did in the past 3 or 4 games in our good decent run. Jones has really been a good soldier for us, but I think today's game played a little bit worse than his last game, but still played okay. Salah losing the ball too much. Gakpo, good positioning, good finish. And our left wing, who's our left wing again? Jota, I think he played okay as well. Not as good as last game. There was 2 goals, which was definite. I think we should at least win 4-1 today. At least one.
We didn't take our chances.
Jota should have scored that header, and Jota should have scored that volley. The volley, I think he could have placed it well, but that header should have been a definite header because all he had to do is put his head down. Your head didn't have to be in the right position at that point. All he had to do is put his head down, and it would have won the net because there was no keeper there. The keeper wouldn't have expected it, and Jota would have got that finish. But all game we played okay, played good.
I thought the assist from Arnold that there was good. For the Gakpo goal, that brilliant assist by Arnold at the 18th minute. You know, when Gakpo scored, that was a great assist. And I thought Andrew Robinson's assist was good as well. I need the goal for Matip, the crossing. I thought the play that good. I'm not sure about him. I think there was one part of that. There was one part of the match where it was where Van Dijk crossed the ball into Henderson. Henderson was on the right hand side. It was near. It was the corner on the corner side of we could have scored actually. He crossed it into Henderson and he just went right past Henderson. He went right past his feet and he just stood there. And then what he did, the player got the ball, and Henderson. You saw Henderson trying to run after him, and you could see he had no steam left. I knew Klopp was going to take him off. What's going on with your camera? I knew Klopp was going to take him off. There you go. I knew Klopp was going to take him off. So I thought Klopp done it good there to take him off. Brought on Thiago. Thiago. I know he just got back. It's going to take him probably a couple of matches to get back into it again, maybe. But it was nice to see Thiago again. I thought Trent Alexander was everywhere today. Yeah. I thought Trent Alexander was up and down that flank. He was playing striker. He was playing defense. He was playing right midfield. He was everywhere today. He was like Iron Man. He was like the Terminator. You heard about people calling Haaland the Terminator. Trent's the Terminator. Trent was everywhere. He's got a good engine on him. Good. I know he's young, but he's got a good engine on him. That's why he'd be good in midfield. He's got a good engine.
Yeah.
To be in midfield, you need a good engine, man. And that's something that Flacco hasn't got at the moment. He's not going to get it back either, but he's still a good player. I thought Fabinho was good today. Jordan Henderson, like I said, he was average. Curtis Jones, no comment. Mohamed Salah was good for the first 15 minutes of the game, 20 minutes of the game, and he kind of died off. He had a couple of chances, didn't capitalise on it. Jota had a few chances, didn't capitalise on it. But Jota, I got nothing against Jota. I got nothing against. For me, the standout striker for me today was Gakpo, and I'm shocked that Klopp took him off. You know, I thought Klopp would have kept him on. That's just my opinion, and you can see where Klopp's going. He's going to be the new Firmino. He's going to be the new Firmino. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see that because look, Jurgen Klopp, he's not going to change formation or anything.
No,
he's going to keep the old school 4-3-3. And I don't know. The thing is,
and he should.
If Klopp was going to keep to that, if Klopp was going to keep to them tactics, why buy Núñez? I just don't understand. Because Gakpo, he plays left wing, but he's going to play Gakpo out position to play that false nine role, and Klopp, I think if Núñez does play and does start, and if Gakpo starts, I think Núñez will play left wing. But I just don't agree with the false nine. It's working.
No, it's going to work more next season. It's going to work more next season.
It could, but I still think that I don't know why we brought a striker to move back into the false nine. I just don't understand that because I think we should play a 4-2-3-1. I've been saying this lots of times.
He's not going to
4-2-3-1.
He's stubborn.
Jota, Salah, Gakpo, Núñez.
Maybe he might change his mind. He might change his mind. He might change his mind next season. He might go with that formation. I don't understand. Does the same manager keep the same formation all season? They change it up sometimes, clearly.
Like, I can see from the Villa manager, the Leeds manager, whatever, if you go on their starting lineups, is either play 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, whatever, they're all, even any manager, they always change up the formation in in the odd game. If it's a less crucial game, they'll change up the formation, see what they can do with that. And I don't understand why don't Klopp do that. Oh yeah, we've just been playing 4-3-3, and only one game, I think it was against Southampton, where we changed to a 4-2-3-1, which didn't really work out. But we can't just play 4-2-3-1 for one game. We need to let it gel in. Just like 4-3-3, we've been playing for ages and ages and ages. It's already gelled in, but we need a full. I think I just don't agree with the false nine.
No.
The club might agree with it. I'm not going to question about the manager's tactics, but I just think we should play a 4-2-3 when have Jota, Salah, Gakpo, Nunes. Have Gakpo in attacking.
Because Nunes is lost now.
Have Nunes striker. Left wing Jota and right wing Salah.
You can see when Nunes come on today, he looked lost, man. He came on and he had that shot and he just lost it, didn't he? Remember when he just ran up? Look, I know there's a language barrier that they're talking about. He needs to start learning English more. I know that's what he's been told, and I understand that, because if you're playing on the pitch with somebody and somebody gives you instructions, you need to know what they're talking about. I get that part. But when he come on today, he looks like he's got no confidence, Nunes.
I know, man.
Because his confidence, he was losing his confidence before after the shots, how many shots he was missing. But now he's not playing him. He's getting paranoid and he's coming on and it seems like he's lost. And it's a shame because we spent so much money on Nunes, Darwin Nunes. You know, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But there's one player, yeah, what I fear today. He's that Michel Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? This guy's dangerous, you know. he's dangerous, you know. I thought he was going to score today a couple.
Yeah.
But again, I thought, listen, our defence looked okay. It's not the best defence in the world. It looked okay, stable-ish. But our midfield looked a bit. If you know Trent, if Trent didn't come up to help the midfield, right, we would have lost that game today. We would have leaked a few goals, I reckon. Trent was Iron Man. He was the Iron Man today for Liverpool. Him and Gakpo.
Listen, he wasn't even playing his role.
He was everywhere. He was playing everywhere.
I know.
He was playing everywhere.
He played a mixed role.
Yeah.
It's like when you do pro clubs on FIFA and you pick your role to any role.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Trust me.
Like Arnold was playing up front, was playing midfield, was playing at the back like always.
Yeah.
But he was everywhere, man. It was in every position on the pitch.
So what we're gonna do the player ratings now, and we're gonna talk a bit after. Whoever's in the chat, you can join in. We're gonna give our percentage. What we're gonna do. TOTO Hammer. He will give his numbers. I won't question him. It's what he does. He's going to give his numbers, his expert analysis on the game today. I'm just so glad that we won. You know, and I'm glad we beat the Hammers, man. We beat the Hammers. Hammer! So, we're going to go with Alisson Becker. He wanted to play a striker.
Alisson, he played. Yeah, Alisson, he played good, man. He played good, and I think the first goal weren't his fault. I don't think the first goal was his fault. It was a little deflection off Van Dijk. It wasn't a bigger deflection, but I don't think Alisson could have done anything there. It was a good shot by not the Forest West Ham player. But Alisson, I think he saves today. There was a few times where West Ham, I think Jared Bowen took a shot or Antonio took a shot. Alisson saved it perfectly because Antonio had a definite goal because it was an easy tapping for Antonio, but Alisson somehow saved it, and it was a really good save from Alisson. And when West Ham was in our final third, I thought, yeah, West Ham is going to score because West Ham was doing this on the counter attack in the closing stages, not closing stages, but during the first half and some minutes of the second half. But Alisson, he did his job today, man. I'm going to give Alisson a 9.
So it's a number 9 for Alisson Becker. So next is Robertson.
I think defensive wise, I don't think he was that. It was okay, but I don't think he was that good defensive wise. But his playmaking, his set pieces. When I was watching the game, the commentators were saying, "Look, Robertson is so good in the set pieces this game, and I think he was good in the set pieces. He was good in the set pieces. That's what caused the Matip goal. And Arnold and Robertson are two corner takers. They were brilliant today, man. Brilliant. But on to Robertson, he was wicked in our playmaking. Defensive wise, not that good, but playmaking, corners, free kicks. It was our man today for Robertson. But yeah, I'm gonna go straight into the rating because that's all I got for Robertson. Robertson last game he played good in the set pieces like he always does, and this game he did exactly the same thing, but a little bit better. So Robertson, let's give him a number. I think the set pieces allows me to be more generous, so number 7.
So number 7 for Andy Robinson. We're gonna go with
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk.
Van Dijk, I think he was our defensive. He was up and down. I think he weren't consistent today, Van Dijk, but I gotta give it him. I gotta give him some credit where I don't know what West Ham. I think it was Lucas Paqueta or Jared Bowen who was in our box, and the ball was right near our goal, but Van Dijk stuck his leg out and cleared the ball for a corner, and I think that was a good defensive move by Van Dijk. If you want to see it, go watch about the game, go watch about the highlights. Sure, it'll be on there. Van Dijk did some good defensive duties
Yeah.
when we needed Van Dijk. He was there,
Yeah.
but I think all game we weren't playing that good. But I think he made some game-saving headers, made some game-saving tackles. I gotta give it him. So rating number 6 because he made some game-winning tackles.
Fair enough.
Not game-winning, but game-saving tackles
And
allowed West Ham from not scoring.
And I'm looking at the stats as well, and it says possession. We got 72.5 possession to 27.5 possession of West Ham. Shots on target, we got 4,
Yeah,
and West Ham had 2. And touches, we had 1,110, and West Ham had 490. So we're smacking them. We're smacking them up with the stats. So we deserve to win this game. By the stats, we should, like you said, it should have been more. So number 6 for Virgil van Dijk, which
yeah,
is
man. Should at least be 4-1.
Yeah.
Should at least be 4-1.
Arnold.
Arnold, another masterclass. He's ever since past 5 games or past 4 games, whatever. Ever since he played that inverted role, he's been playing. He's been playing out. He can play anywhere at this point. His confidence has been increased. Just like with Robertson, I think he did way better than Robertson in my opinion. I don't think there's a big gap, but Arnold and the set pieces, his passing ability, not just crosses, but his short passing ability to open up those chances to allow more players to get into the final third.
Exactly.
Is wicked, man. And
I don't think there's going to be a set
Arnold
position
is
for
so
Arnold.
intelligent.
I don't think there's going to be a set position for Arnold. I don't think they're going to say, right, Arnold, you're going to go here. You're going to go here. I think what it's going to come down to is where if we need a space up front, on the right in midfield, we'll put Arnold there. If you want to just float around that area, right back, inverted, go ahead. I don't think Klopp's going to say, right, I want you to just stay there, because with Arnold, he's versatile. He can go anywhere. He's an all-rounder.
And the thing is, if we were going to go for a starting line, I think you said this I think you said this in one of our streams that I think we should play Gomez on the right back and have Trent in right midfield. But I think the inverted role for the inverted right back is actually working because he can cut into midfield, he can play right back, and you can see today he was even playing centre back at one point. He was everywhere.
He can go everywhere.
He was everywhere today, man. It's another masterclass. It was another masterclass, and I think it's a number 10 for Arnold again.
Number 10.
I think I've gave him 3 number 10s in a row.
That deserves a
because he's been playing outstanding.
That deserves a round of applause.
Outstanding, man.
That deserves a round of applause.
Yeah, man. He's outstanding.
Had to get it in. Round of applause. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's Henderson. Hendo.
Hendo, you don't deserve below 5. I think he made some good tackles. I think, but you can see the running and the stamina just weren't keeping up with the West Ham players. As you said at the beginning, I think he went for a tackle and he tried to trace after him but didn't catch him. But I don't think next season don't start Henderson.
No, I think
Keep
he's
him
going to
as a
start
bench
in
man.
some games, but don't. He's going to be one of them, and he's going to be on
I'm
and
saying
off.
he might start in the occasional FA Cup
I don't think
game,
he's
the
going to do
occasional
loads of 4
Carabao Cup
games.
game.
I don't think he's going to do loads of 4 games. I don't think he's going to start every
No,
week.
I don't think
like
next season.
he won't do like 6 games in a row. You know, them
I
days
know.
are gone.
I think we'll play him more in the FA Cup game. Say for against Grimsby in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup games. I think we will play Henderson then.
Yeah, that's the
I think
one.
we can play Henderson then.
Yeah,
because I think Henderson, needs time off the starting lineup because look, he's getting older.
yeah.
We need to preserve him. Don't get me wrong, Henderson can still play a full 90 minutes, but if we keep on playing him a full 90 minutes, eventually his legs are going to go much quicker. His legs are going now, but I think if we keep him on the bench and let him do damage in the final third, last 20, 15 minutes of the game like Thiago,
Yeah.
he comes in as a bench and makes good impact. And I think Header can still make that impact. But he's been playing for ages now. And I think it's the time to take the bench. And join Milner on the bench. But the thing is I'm not going to get into Milner. I'll get into Milner later when we do the summary. But Henderson, I think he played okay, average. He was trying, don't get me wrong, he was trying, but he just weren't getting it done.
His legs are not
and
there.
I think his legs are gone.
He's
with
making
this match, and I
mistakes.
think
He's
the
making more mistakes now.
The sub him off. I know. But rating, I'm going to give number 5.
Number 5 for Henderson. Fabinho.
Okay, Fabinho. Look, first half, he played absolutely... I don't think he played terribly. But the second half, I think he came alive. I think he was doing his defensive duties. Made a couple good passes. He was running up more. But yeah, I think Fabinho first half he didn't play good at all. He didn't play good. Second half he's starting to get better. His defensive. I'm just repeating myself to be honest, but I think his defensive was better than the first half.
I think that I think what they're doing is they're protecting him. This is what I think. They're protecting him in midfield. Everybody knows he's not the... Listen, I said it on this channel before. He can go to any league in the world. He can go to the Spanish league. He can go to the Italian league. He could even go to the Bundesliga. He could even go to the French league and he could have a successful career. Continue his career at top flight football. But for the Premiership and Liverpool, his days are done, in my opinion. Look, this guy has gave service for Liverpool, for the service he gave Liverpool, Fabinho. We could never pay him back for the service he's done for Liverpool. He is a Liverpool legend. He's a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best CDMs we've ever had in the past 10 years. He's absolutely amazing player. But there's a lot of Liverpool fans out there where their loyalty to Fabinho, they want him to stay. Now, if we can get a good price for him and a club like from Italy or Spain come calling and say, look, we can give you this for him and we know we can get a good player back, you take it. Because, by the looks of it, thing is coming to us, Jude Bellingham. Maybe not next summer, but the summer after. So we need to start saving a bit of money. And I think if someone gives us a decent price for Fabinho, we should take it. That's just my opinion. And I love this guy. He's been a great service for Liverpool. I'll never forget it. But it's time to move on. That's just my opinion. And it's not disrespect to him. It's not disrespect. but you could see he's getting protected in that midfield. You could see he does his little touches, he's still got his touches, but you can see he's been protected in midfield, in my opinion. That's why I reckon Arnold's coming up there, help him out, help out the midfield a bit, take a bit of pressure off Fabinho. That's just the way I look at it, the way I play. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Somebody say in the chat room. If there's 3 people in the chat room, if I'm wrong, put it in the chat. That's just my opinion. So
yeah, so Fabinho, I'm going to give him a number 6 because I think he redeemed himself in the second half.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him number 6.
he played better than Henderson. But my opinion. I'm tired. So we're gonna have Curtis Jones.
Yeah, I said this in the first part of the video when I was introducing. I think Curtis Jones was, I think he was okay today. He weren't better than last game, but he was making a couple of good passes. Final third, of course,
Breaking up, bro.
But
You're breaking up.
I don't think it's anything crazy,
bro.
I don't think it's anything crazy.
You're breaking up.
I think he opened
come
up
out
a few chances.
Come out and come back in again. Quick. Come back and come back in again. You're breaking up, bro. Come back in again. Yeah, so Curtis Jones. I'm not really a big fan of Curtis Jones. I don't dislike the guy. Don't know him. I saw him today. He had a decent game. I'll give him that. His game was okay, average. And that's it, really. In my opinion, I'm not going to give the player ratings. And that's what Toto Hammer gives. But I'm not really a big fan of Curtis Jones. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of fans out there that like Curtis Jones, believe that he's a good player, believe that he should stay at Liverpool, believe that, you know, he should stay there. But I just don't think he's that good, in my opinion. It just, you know, if we sell Curtis Jones, it's one of them, innit? So, Toto, what are you giving to Curtis Jones?
Curtis Jones, I've already explained my part. I'm going to say number 7.
Curtis Jones.
Because I think first half.
Jota.
Yeah, let's just go. Jota, look, I don't think he played as well like in the last game. There's 2 good chances he should have finished off, man. Like I said, it should have been 4-1 today. Jota should at least finish at least one of them. I wouldn't say the volley because that could be due for composure, but I think the header should have been a definite. The goal was open. All he had to do is put his head down,
and
the ball would have went straight into the net. But I think Jota, his position was okay today. Should have finished off them goals, man. That just put me off to give him a lower rating. But he doesn't deserve a lower 5. I think he deserves a 6 today, man. Jota. And
a 6?
If he would have put up those goals, I would have given him at least an 8 or a 9. Because Jota, I just don't understand. He played so well, but he just couldn't finish off the goals. So I'm going to give him a number 6.
Fair enough. Number 6 for Jota. So, the next one is my bro, Cody Gakpo. Listen. Before you start giving the ratings, I've been up and down with this guy since when he first got here, I thought Gakpo, give him time. I think it was the last video we done or the one before. I was thinking maybe they shouldn't have brought in Gakpo. Then it changed again that maybe he should stay in the middle. Then it changed again where I said I think the cock shouldn't have brought him. Me and Gakpo's had this up and down relationship with each other. First I like him, first I don't, but I can see where Klopp's going now. The problem I've got is what I said at the beginning of the video. What's going to go on with Nunes? We know where he's going. He's the new number 9 for next year. He's going to be the new number 9. He's going to come in. He's going to be that little guy in the middle, like Firmino. But where is he going? Where's Nunes going? So, what do you give the stats. Stats. What you giving the player rating?
Yeah, Gakpo, he deserved the 9 today, man. His positioning was great. His positioning was great. His finish was outstanding. That the cross from Trent into Gakpo. Gakpo had all the time in the world. Finished it off well, and it was from a decent range.
Yeah,
it worked from close range, and you can see Gakpo has got that finishing touch.
Yes.
When he wants to put out that finishing touch, he pulls out the finishing touch, and he finishes perfectly. And look, linking on to Gakpo, where's Nunez going to go? This is what I mean. We should have a formation change, but I don't think Klopp's going to do that. I think he's going to keep that 4-3-3 false 9 formation. Some people say 4-3-3 holding, 4-3-3 flat, but I think we should play. I've said this numerous times on the channel. We could play a 4-2-3-1, a 3-1-4-2. We could play them, but I think we should play a 4-2-3-1. We still keep Robbo. Still keep Arnold, still keep the 2 centre backs, have 2 CDMs, 3 centre mids, and 1 up. And I think the 1 up should be Nunez, because we could play Jota, Gakpo, Nunez, and Salah all up front together.
Yeah,
we could play them all up front, and I just don't understand why don't Klopp do that. I know Klopp's stubborn, want to keep the false 9. What's the point of buying a striker if we're going back into the false 9? You might as well just don't buy Nunez.
I know.
Sell him if he's going to bench £100 million player. What is the point of that money spent?
Can't be.
What is the point?
He can't be just
I
a
said
language
this on
barrier.
the preview show as well.
I don't think it's just a language
said-
barrier. Come on, look how long he's been there. Now it's a language barrier. Now all of a sudden now it's a language barrier. He's been there for ages, man. That's the first time that come out. That's something they're just putting out the PR. They're just putting it out for us to see.
Just doing that to get some news out there, but
just to try and
just don't understand. Play them all up front.
They're doing that to.
Play them all, I
they're
think
doing
the
that. No, they're doing that.
Work.
They're doing that. They're putting that out for us to listen to, and I thought, oh yeah, that's probably what it is. But really, it's something else. They just don't want to tell. Obviously, they're not going to reveal the truth. The language barrier.
Because look, Nunez. Even though we played the 4-3-3,
yeah,
we're still starting Nunez every single game.
Yeah.
But in the left wing position.
Yeah.
So we still played in a false 9 role.
Yeah.
But we started Nunez every single game as soon as Jota come back. And so, see, remember when Jota had those terrible performing games?
Yeah.
He still started game after game after the game after and the game after. And I was thinking, Jota's playing rubbish. Why is Nunez not starting? And when Nunez come on, you can see he hasn't got the confidence like he did before.
That's what I said, man.
I
said that already. What do you give Gakpo?
And he's not a flop.
What do you give? I know. We'll get to that after. What do
and
you
Gakpo, number 9. Number 9.
So number 9 for Gakpo. Next one is Salah.
Salah, I just Salah. There was one time where he was on a run. There was one defender running after him. Why did he turn? Why did Salah turn? He should have just took the shot. I don't know why he turned for. There was a centre back on the behind him, and there was a centre back about to intercept. And there was 2 centre backs, all midfielders on him, ready to intercept. As soon as he turned, bang, he lost the ball. The thing with Salah, he had great runs, like he always does all game. He has great runs. Tries to do a flare, tries to do all the dribble and all skills and that.
I know.
He might pull off 1 or 2 skills in the final third, but it seems like he always loses the ball.
Not always.
He always
I know what
loses
you
the
mean,
ball.
though. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Not always.
I know what you mean.
Some games he plays are magical.
Yeah.
But Salah today, he was on the wings. He was trying to do some strafe dribbling, but it just weren't working.
I get it.
Weren't working with Salah today. And the rating I'm going to give him, if he would have pulled off a goal, I would have given him a high rating. So I think he played average today. I'm going to give him number 5. because he should have played better today, Salah.
Fair enough. You got my number 5 for Mo Salah. Now I'm going to give you the substitutes. Diaz.
Diaz, when he came on, you can see there's a huge difference. Diaz was, I think, was opening up some chances, and him on the wings, you can see he's so skillful on them wings, man.
I know.
He's good at scanning. He can find those players. He can. I think he should start next game. If I was thinking, I think he should start next game instead of Jota,
give him a chance
and see how that goes.
Maybe one
don't
after.
play him a full 90 minutes.
No.
Maybe one after, but don't play Diaz a full 90 minutes. Sub him off about 60, 65 minutes so he don't get burnt out too easily. But at the end of the day, he's still coming off an injury. And I think today he played quite good for the time he was on there. I think he played quite good. This is what we mean. We need an old school winger that can go run up those wings and look for chances, look for passes, look for crosses. And Diaz was doing that today, man.
I know.
He's so skillful, Diaz. And he's so magical for us, man. And that's why he worked for Liverpool. And that's why we've been missing him. And as soon as he gets that confidence back, as soon as he gets that finishing touch back, I think he'll be magical. And I think the rate I'm going to give him is for the time he was on there, he played good. So number 7. I think he played good for the time he was on there. He didn't play terrible, played good for the time he was on there.
Okay. Nunes.
Some people might give him 6, 5. I think he played good, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's it. That's what matters. You're doing it, bro. So what about Nunes?
Nunes. Oh God, I've already explained it. He's like, I think he lost his confidence. To be honest, when he comes on, it seems like the crowd is trying to cheer him up. His crowd is cheering him like he always does when he comes on. But I just don't understand why Nunes benching this guy. I've been saying this for the past 3 videos now. The previews, predictions, player ratings. We've been saying this. Why is Klopp benching this guy? It's just a waste of money.
No, because it's the way he's set up. It's the way he's set up.
The false 9, I know, but why? What's the point of buying a striker if we're going to go into the false 9? But I'm not going to explain. I'm going to explain his performance today. He was on one. I think he made 1 or 2 runs. But I think with a pass from Hendo or pass from Arnold, tried to pass it to Nunes, but the keeper ran out, got the ball in time. But I think all game, I don't think he played quite good for the time he was on there. Of course, because he got subbed on, I think, final 10 minutes, so he couldn't really do anything. But if we're subbing on Nunes, why don't we subbing on 30 minutes towards the end? I just don't understand. But Nunes today, I don't think he played that good when he was on there. But again, final 10 minutes, so I'm going to give him number 5.
So number 5 for that. I'd say that's about right, bro. So
yeah.
Milner.
I don't think we need to sub him on. I don't think we need him because we still need him, but I don't think we needed him to get subbed on this game. Why did we sub on Milner for?
He always does.
I just keep on saying this. Why are we subbing on Milner? I know Klopp just got this favouritism mindset in his head.
Yeah, everybody knows
that. He's of course got favouritism. We all know that. All Liverpool fans know that. But why are we not subbing on Chamberlain, Carvalho, Elliott? I haven't seen Elliott have a game for ages. I haven't seen Carvalho's only played 5 minutes this season. 5 minutes.
You think he's going to loan that Elliott? Elliott's young now, isn't it? Elliott's younger, maybe. Everyone's coming back now.
Elliott can still get there, but
but you used Elliott because we had some injuries and now everybody's coming back. He's trying to get his team. Basically, this is what I think Klopp's doing. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. This is just my the way I'm looking at it. Now his machines come back. He's full. All his players are fit. He's basically putting out his first team, and he's looking at the weak ones. Which one he's going to get rid of? That's what he's doing. He's probably got right. You're with us.
Yeah.
He's just looking at it. He's not going to play Elliott. He might even loan that Elliott. He's only young, isn't he? He might even loan out Elliott. We don't know.
I think we should learn that Carvalho as well. Elliott and
Nah,
Carvalho
he's getting rid of him.
and let him go to like.
He's leaving. He's not. There's no loan.
You know what? If Carvalho leaves,
he didn't have a chance, did he?
Carvalho leaves, yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame Carvalho leaves because only played 5 minutes this season. He should at least be getting more minutes, Carvalho. Even when we had those injuries, Carvalho didn't even play a game really.
No.
5 minutes, and Elliott started over him every time. So if Carvalho leaves, I think we should loan out Elliott. We should definitely loan out Elliott. I think he's only 18, 19 years of age. I think we could go to like a pro Belgian club, Genk or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever club, one of the divisions. But I think Elliott can get some good game time down there. And yeah, let's see. But I don't think we should have done Milner today. We should have done someone else. But of course, Klopp's have done Milner. Milner, I'm gonna give him a 5. A 5 for Milner.
Number 5 for Milner. Now, Thiago. What are you giving Thiago?
Thiago, I think he made some game changing passes when he comes on. He always makes impact when he comes on. The passes is quality from Thiago.
He needs to shave the side of his hair, man. That grey's coming through. Go back to that hairstyle.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I don't know what he's going with that grey, man.
I think Thiago, that's what you expect from a world-class midfielder, man.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
that's
but he was
why back in the day, Thiago
he was on for a bit. Yeah, okay, he was on for a bit. That looked like a handball to me, man. You know that incident when he fell on the ball. That was a handball. We got away with that one, you know.
I know. We were so lucky to get away with that. It could have been an equaliser for West Ham.
That was a handball. 100%.
It was.
And I'm a Liverpool fan.
I was thinking.
I'm a Liverpool fan, and I admit it.
I was thinking, nah, it wasn't a handball, couldn't be. But when I watched it back, it was an obvious handball.
I'm surprised they didn't give it, you know.
It was an obvious handball, and I admitted it right now. It was an obvious handball. He fisted it to the ground.
Fell on it with
and
his arm.
He took advantage of it.
He hit his arm. He was on the floor on his arm when he fell on the ball.
I know.
He was handball,
and he took advantage of it as well and cleared it away.
Referee was confused.
I think that should have been a penalty, in my opinion.
I'm glad it wasn't a penalty, but it should have been. As a Liverpool fan, I'm glad it wasn't a penalty, but it was a penalty. We got away with that one, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So, what are you giving Thiago?
Thiago, I think he played okay today with the time being. Made a couple of okay passes, opened up some chances. So, I'm going to give him a 7.
So, number 7 for Thiago. And last, the manager, Klopp. Who are you giving Klopp?
Klopp, I think his decisions, his subs were really good today, man.
How?
It was.
No,
I think the subs are all right. I think he made the right decision by taking Hendo off.
Okay, that part,
I don't think he made the right decision.
They shouldn't have took off Gakpo, though. All right, I'll give you the one.
I think they should have took off Jota.
Yeah, they should have took off Jota. Yeah, but maybe Jota needs the hours under his legs, you know. That's probably why he didn't take him off.
Yeah, but I think Jota, his decisions were okay today, in my opinion. He did the right idea taking off Hendo. Really, Klopp would play a full 90 minutes of Hendo.
Yeah.
But he took off Hendo because I think Klopp's knowing that if you play Henderson anymore, his legs are just going to go, man. His legs are already gone now, but it's going to get worse. So I think that's why Henderson got subbed off. Klopp, it was a good performance in Liverpool, so I'm going to give Klopp a 8.
Number 8 for Jurgen Klopp. So that's it, man. I was just looking at the stats, right, for Liverpool. The last few games, we had Bournemouth on the 23rd of April at home. We won 4-0, so we had a win then. These are wins in a row. So we had the 23rd of March, starting from March, not from April. We had Bournemouth at home. We won that 4-0. Then we had European Conference League. Now I'm looking at some other one. I'm looking at the stats between West Ham and Liverpool. But our last couple of games, we won. So we're on a good roll, man. I want to keep this roll up. Now, Our next 3 games now are at Anfield. I'm sure they are. They're at Anfield, our next 3 games. So I'm going to look at they are at Anfield.
I'm pretty sure.
They are.
We've got Tottenham next. We should be able to smack up Tottenham.
Yeah, we got
Tottenham's been playing
Tottenham at home.
Rubbish.
Fulham at home. That'll be a tricky game, Fulham. And Brentford, another tricky game. but I think we'll get through them all. If we can get through all them three, if we can get through them three, and maybe Man United or Newcastle will drop a couple of points. But even though I'm looking at the table here, and I've got Newcastle above Man United here. They've got the same points, but Man United's got a 1 game in hand over Newcastle and 2 games in hand over us. So I'm looking at the Newcastle game. I think we're going to be fighting with Newcastle for 4th place. I don't think we're going to be fighting with Man United because Man United's got 2 games in front of us. They've got 2 games in front of us, and we're on 53 points and they're on 59. Newcastle they've got 1 game in front of us and they're 3rd. So I reckon if Man United win their 2 games, then obviously they'll go above Newcastle. I think at the finish we're going to be fighting with Newcastle for 4th place. I'm looking at Newcastle's next games now. So Newcastle's next games are coming up let me just bring this around. Newcastle's next games, Everton, at Everton. Nothing left to say. Yeah. So we've got Newcastle, and then Newcastle's at home after that against Southampton. Then after that, they got Arsenal. That's where they might slip up against Arsenal. But again, Arsenal look dejected after today losing that game. Listen. I've got respect for Arsenal, yeah? I've got total respect for Arsenal. If I had to pick a second team, it'd probably be Arsenal. Thierry Henry, one of my favourite players of all time. Bergkamp. Yeah, all the man, it's legendary. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, all them are the biggest teams in England, right? In Europe, in the world, it's the Liverpool, Barcelona, Man United, Arsenal. They're all up there anyway. Even though I hate the dirt, which is Man United, the dirt. You know what? I ain't giving Man United credit. They're the dirt. It's Arsenal, Liverpool, yeah. Liverpool first. Yeah. For the biggest teams in England. But I'm looking at the remaining games. I'm looking at Newcastle. Arsenal could probably get a result out of that. Then Newcastle's going to go to Leeds. Then Newcastle's going to go to Brighton. Both in the same position, Brighton and Newcastle. I know Brighton dropped some points today, but they're going to be fighting with Newcastle. Then Newcastle go to Leicester. Leicester are fighting to stay in the league. Chelsea's playing Newcastle, boy. Then Pochettino might be at Chelsea. So that might give Chelsea confidence. So I'm looking. Looking at Newcastle. I'm looking at Newcastle's remaining games. Some of them look kind of hard. I'm looking at Liverpool's remaining games. Now, let me click on Liverpool. I'm looking at Liverpool's remaining games, and I'm kind of confident still. I'm kind of confident.
Yeah, man.
You know, Liverpool's remaining games. I'm kind of confident.
I think we can. We've got Tottenham next. And I think we can beat Tottenham.
Yeah.
They got smacked up by Newcastle 6-0. And if Newcastle can smack them up 6-0, I think we can smack them up more.
Yeah.
Not definitely more, but I think we can still do good against Tottenham.
Look, yeah, we've got 4 up. Look at our next 3 games. Tottenham, like you said, that's our next game. Tottenham. We should smack up Tottenham. We should smack up Fulham, and we should smack up Brentford, all at home. So if we can go on 3 more, we've got 2 wins in a row now. If we can win 3 more games, we're going to be up there. We're going to be pushing. The key, what we need to do, we can't lose. At this stage now, I'd even take a draw in one of them, but we can't lose. If we lose, it's game over. We're going to be struggling to get in the Europa. You know, if we keep winning, there might be a little chance that we might get top 4.
We need to win the next 3 games.
Definitely. So, that's it, man. That's the player ratings. That's the player ratings, man. It's done. Player ratings are done. So, the next thing coming up now, tomorrow, there's a video coming on my channel tomorrow. It's going to be a live prediction for the F1 weekend in Baku. Me and Toto Hammer, we're going to be dropping that video tomorrow. We're doing a live reaction for Baku. Look out for that on the channel. It's going to be a good video. Finally, Formula 1's back after 4 weeks.
Can't wait, man.
Finally coming back. Down inside. Anyway.
I think the 4 weeks off for Formula 1.
Even though the sport's dead, man. He's dead. He's getting there. I'll speak to one guy.
Listen, since I had my most passion for Formula 1 when there was a Hamilton and Rosberg days, the Hamilton and Vettel days. Hamilton and Bottas had the little rivalry as well. That's when I had the most passion for F1, man.
Yeah.
But 2021 season, that's when I actually dropped off. 2022 season, boring. 2023 season, even more boring. It's not even more boring, but it's still boring. And listeners, the sports, there's losing the fans every single minute, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, it should. Yeah, 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 man. Of course, when F1 weekend hits, there's going to be a lot of watch along videos. But most important is a debrief video. That's
Also,
when
I
we
was on
both
mute.
do it
Sorry, I was on
together. We
mute.
go in depth.
Sorry, I was on mute. I got to talk again. Sorry. I'm on mute. Sorry. I know you never heard me. I'm going to repeat what I said because my mic was on mute just now, right now. Basically, this week we got a big thing coming this week. We've got the watch along. Tomorrow we're doing a prediction show of the Baku Formula One qualifying on Friday. Saturday I think it's going to be the sprint race all the other way around. Sunday we're going to be doing the race watch along as well with a virtual map. And we're going to do a live reaction. So we do a live reaction of the sprint race, the live reaction of the qualifying, live reaction of the race. Plus, we're doing on, I think it's Friday, we're going to be doing the Liverpool prediction show as well. So all this week, you're going to have Formula One and football. And I don't know how I'm going to fit it in, but we are going to fit it in. And this is what we do on this channel. We work hard. We might have 2 people watching us now, but we're going to continue to do this because we love it. So this is Solo P1 signing out. You got anything left to say, Toto?
Yeah, as soon as F1 weekend hits, there's going to be watch alongs, midweek predictions, which I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That's when we're doing the midweek predictions, probably. And the debrief is going to be the most important one because that's when they both go on our channels. They we'll talk in depth for the strategies. We'll talk what's been going on recently. And yeah, I think the F1 weekend, as soon as it hits, there's going to be a lot of content out for the channel.
So fair enough. So this is me signing out, man. See you later, guys. Toto, you say goodbye. Bye before I stop it.
Yeah, see you later, guys.